Welcome to today's Explainer. We are jumping right into something truly special today, a deep dive into the Poli Baba Bhajan. Now, this isn't just a simple song, it is a meticulously crafted poetic journey of pure devotion to Lord Shiva, who is affectionately called Poli Baba or Shankara here. We're going to unpack the rich layers hidden in these lyrics, exploring some massive themes. Things like complete surrender, the wonderfully complex relationship between a devotee and the divine, and the cosmic, mind-bending attributes of Shiva. It's a really fascinating look at how words can actually capture the infinite.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Right out of the gate, the bhajan establishes this beautifully mystical, incredibly intimate tone with a major paradox. The opening lines say, "Dur ho ke bhi tu saath hai," which means, even when far, you are with me. Immediately, the lyricist is telling us that this relationship, it completely defies physical boundaries. The divine isn't some distant, inaccessible thing out there in the clouds. It's a presence you feel constantly, no matter the physical distance. It totally flips our everyday logic on its head and invites us right into a space of pure faith.
Section 1. The Vow of Surrender.
That opening paradox pulls us directly into the very first stage of the devotee's journey. If you follow the flow of these opening lyrics, you'll notice a distinct shift. It starts off just praising Shiva, singing Bole Baba Teri Kya Hi Baat Hai, just marveling at his greatness, but then it moves into something much more demanding. It goes from basic admiration to this profound vow of giving oneself completely to the divine. The devotee isn't just sitting on the sidelines here, they're an active participant, literally offering up their entire being.
The real anchor word for this action is samarpan. Now, in the world of bhakti, or devotion, samarpan doesn't mean giving up or throwing in the towel the way we usually use the word surrender. Not at all. It's actually the highest spiritual act you can perform. It's the conscious, willing dedication of your ego, yourself, and your whole existence to a higher power. It's this act of absolute, profound trust. To really grasp the depth of this poetry, we have to understand samarpan, because it's the foundation for literally everything else that happens in the bhajan.
And the way the lyricist illustrates this samarpan is through some of the most striking poetic imagery you will ever come across. The line goes, "Main tera aasu, tu mera darpan." I am your tear, you are my mirror. I mean, just think about how incredibly intimate that is. The devotee becomes a single tear belonging to the divine, and the divine acts as a mirror reflecting the devotee's truest self. In one single line, this vast, totally incomprehensible universe is shrunk down into a highly personal, intimate space of shared emotion.
Section 2. Personal Father, Cosmic Truth. Now we're going to shift the scale a bit. The writer beautifully brings the divine down to a very relatable human level by calling Shiva Pita, a father. The lyrics promise that this father will just bear the devotee's mistakes with a forgiving smile. It's such a comforting, nurturing image, right? It's reassuring the devotee that, hey, despite all your flaws and missteps, you are held in this safe, familial bond of unconditional love. And this brilliantly illustrates a massive core duality in the text. Literally lines after calling Shiva a forgiving father, the bhajan zooms out to explore his infinite nature. We get this comparison of Suksham versus Vishal. The lyrics are saying that Shiva is both the micro, the absolute smallest, most imperceptible detail of existence, and the macro, the vastest, unending cosmic expanse. He is the atom and the entire universe all at the exact same time. It's a totally mind-bending concept, but it's delivered in such a simple, rhythmic way. To really hammer home this all-encompassing nature, we get this deeply philosophical line, "Tu uttar hai aur tu hi sawal hai." You are the answer and you are the question. This frames the divine not just as some being who holds all the answers, but as the actual entirety of existence itself. He is the act of seeking and the act of finding. The lyrics even go on to call him the ultimate truth, Satya. The suggestion here is that without this ultimate truth, the rest of life really doesn't have any solid meaning or foundation.
Section 3. Mantras and Playful Devotion.
So, having established all these massive cosmic concepts, the bhajan takes a really fascinating turn. The language abruptly shifts into these formal Sanskrit slogas, starting with Na yavat umanav. And this isn't just a stylistic quirk, it's a profound structural shift. By dropping in this formal, ancient language of prayer, the bhajan roots itself in thousands of years of tradition. It adds this weighty, authentic reverence to our journey, grounding all that raw emotion in formal classical meditation.
Now, what's really interesting about this next part is what happens right after that formal Sanskrit. The lyrics just suddenly burst into vibrant, earthly, colloquial imagery. I mean, we literally go from reciting ancient meditative mantras to this loud, joyous plea to play and celebrate. It's a total whiplash in tone, but it perfectly captures the incredibly varied spectrum of Hindu devotional practice, moving completely seamlessly from quiet, still reverence to ecstatic, loud celebration.
We get this amazing mix of diverse mythological elements rapidly fired at us. First, you have the image of Shiva as the ultimate ascetic, completely lost in deep meditation. But then, almost in the exact same breath, the devotees joyfully begging to play Holi, the festival of colors, wanting to be completely soaked in divine hues. And finally, we get this charming, very domestic glimpse of Gora, or Parvati, playfully grinding and preparing bhang. It goes to show that devotion isn't just a one-note thing. This bhajan dances effortlessly between extreme asceticism and joyous celebration.
Section 4. An unbreakable spiritual bond. As we bring this spiritual journey to its crescendo, we have to talk about the core anchor that holds it all together. The repeating text of the chorus perfectly mirrors the auditory experience of chanting. You know, in spiritual traditions, chanting a chorus over and over isn't just to make the song catchy. It's a genuine meditative tool. It acts as the conceptual glue, centering the mind and reinforcing the core message over and over until it basically becomes synced with the devotee's own heartbeat.
And what exactly is that core message? Well, it's this repeating line right here. Lagi meri tere sang lagi, o mera Shankara, which translates to, my devotion is bound to you, O Shankara. The word lagi is powerful. It conveys this deep, completely unyielding attachment. It's telling us that despite all the mind-bending cosmic truths, despite the overwhelming nature of existence, the ultimate takeaway of this entire bhajan is beautifully simple. It's about an eternal, unbreakable bond of pure love. Everything else just revolves around this single, unshakable point of connection.
Which leaves us with a pretty profound thought to ponder as we wrap up today's explainer. We've traveled from the intense intimacy of a single teardrop all the way to the edges of the macrocosm, and then right back down to the colorful dust of an earthly festival. It really makes you wonder. In a universe built on such vast, incomprehensible cosmic truths, is the ultimate reality simply an unbroken bond of love between the seeker and the sought? Thank you so much for exploring this beautiful journey with me today. Keep asking questions, keep looking closely, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.